Hello everyone. How is everyone doing this fine Wednesday afternoon?
They can't hear you, Victor.
I said, hello everyone. How is everyone doing on this fine Wednesday afternoon?
James Davis says, "Hey Victor, hope you're doing well."
Well, it's spelled with no... Anyway.
He's trying to give you a
Well,
spelling lesson.
well,
Oh no! Oh, look at that! I had 0 thumbs down before you showed up, Victor.
excellent.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go and end the broadcast, okay?
I also
Before
have
I
to
get any
go.
more thumbs
I
down.
must go take an Arkansas, as they
Oh,
say.
you're gonna go take it, Arkansas. Oh my goodness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Q&A, but you all know that I like saying hello to a couple of people that I might have missed during the live stream. So hello to Tommy Salter and hello to Kevin Chadburn. Thank you very much for joining in. First question is from my little brother, Grim Survival. Do you bury the gold out back to hide it from Victor? No, I do not. I bury the M&Ms out back, ladies and gentlemen, but you have to give me your word that you will not let him know. Angelina Garcia, are you doing any canning videos for food? I am going to be doing a canning video here in the near future. As I've mentioned in the past, I don't do a canning video just to do it. I do it because I need to fill in my gaps, and we are about 7 quarts shy of canned beef. So I'm going to go ahead and can some beef here in the near future, and I will put up a video doing so. Sparky's Run. Is there a way to store gasoline so it doesn't go bad for your generators? Well, I always recommend that if you're going to get a generator, try to get a dual fuel generator, meaning that it will run on gasoline and on liquid propane. Why? Because liquid propane will literally last forever. It does not have an expiration date. Gasoline, however, does. But if you only have a gasoline generator, go ahead and buy yourself something called Stable. It's just a gasoline preserver. It will allow your gasoline to last up to, do your own homework, ladies and gentlemen, up to 4 years if you keep it in a sealed container, meaning where you don't allow it to gas off. I've used regular gasoline before with no additives in it, and it's been good for at least a year. Tucker Hershey. Silver is to preserve wealth. A 1964 quarter will still get you a gallon of gas. Indeed, a 1964 quarter that has 90% silver will still get you a gallon of gas. And that segues into what Jeremy Jones was asking. Explain to me how it is an investment to put $35 into a silver coin, I'm assuming, where the spot price is at $26, that I can only sell for spot minus whatever maybe it be below spot. Well, Jeremy, the best answer that I have for that is that I don't purchase silver or gold as an investment. I purchase it against a hedge to the dollar, because we all know that every single fiat currency in the existence of mankind has always gone to zero. Gold and silver never have. Country Homestead Preacher, AP, would you use pond water if filtered to drink? If that's all I had to drink, absolutely. However, prior to filtering it, I recommend that you boil it, maybe put a little bit of bleach in it, let it sit for a while, then filter it and drink it. James Davis, hey AP, where do you get a Toyo stove? Well, James, I purchased my Toyo stove locally. There are several dealers in this area for Toyo stoves. However, if you don't have a dealer near your area, disclaimer, I am not affiliated with Toyo stoves. All right, but the actual name of the Toyo stove is Toyotomi. So if you look up Toyotomi, you should be able to look up Toyo stoves and either a dealer near you or where you can purchase it online. Tina Randall, if not gold or silver, what would be good to buy now? Food. Food and everything that you need. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, I do have gold and silver as one of my 5 B's of prepping. I put it in my 4th B of prepping for bullion, meaning wealth preservation. However, if you don't have your first 3 B's of prepping, I think that you ought to concentrate on that first before you purchase any precious metals as a wealth preserving tool. Mrs. B. Washington, which should I purchase first, a generator or protection? Now, I answered this question during the live stream, but I want to cover it again because it is an excellent question. Now, ladies and gentlemen, remember your first 3 B's of prepping, the first one, which is beans or food and biologicals. Now, if you need something within your home that needs energy to operate, which will allow you to continue to live. For example, I need energy in my home in order to continue to live during the winter. Why is that? Because my Toyo stove requires electricity to run. It runs on fuel oil, however, it still requires electricity. So I would definitely put a generator on the priority list above self-defense if I have things in my home that I need in order to preserve life. So absolutely, I would get a generator first. D. Joe, AP, is it better to have canned milk or powdered milk? If you're talking about long-term storage, I would definitely go with powdered milk. Powdered milk, if stored properly, will last indefinitely. Copernicus worm, don't forget carbon monoxide detectors and smoke alarms. This is not a question but a comment, but I thought that it was worthy putting up here because this is something that we don't talk about enough in the prepper community. Absolutely. Make sure that you get those items, and also make sure that you get backup batteries for them in case the batteries in them run out. Jacqueline Alvarez, just add sofrito to the silver for flavor before you eat it. I thought I'd include this in here because it's kind of funny. A lot of people say, well, you can't eat silver. Well, according to Jacqueline, if you add a little bit of sofrito to that silver, it'll go down just fine. Bobcat, if we don't have pressure canning, can we put rice and beans in various jars and bottles? Absolutely. I myself have rice, beans, salt, and sugar put away in 2-liter bottles of soda that I emptied, of course, after they were done being used, washed, let dry out completely. They work just fine. D-Slim asks, when you sell back your gold or silver, do you get spot or do you get over spot? It depends on the market. If the market's really hot, you may be able to get a little bit over spot. If not, you may get spot or under spot. However, if you find a good coin shop near you, they'll probably treat you very well. Why? Because I always recommend that you develop a good and trustworthy relationship with the coin shop owners / operators. Where I go, I always get spot whenever I sell back. However, I do know that there is a possibility that if the market is very hot or oversold, let's say, that I may have to get a little below spot. However, think about it this way. Let's say that gold goes up to $10,000 an ounce and I go back to sell 1 ounce of gold that I bought at $1,500 or $1,200, let's say. Would I really be complaining if I got $9,900 instead of $10,000? I probably wouldn't. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for the questions. Now I hope that you enjoy the show. Homestead Oz is here. How you doing, Lynn? Who else do we have here? What is this? Is this Cheesehead? Cheesehead Cowboy just became a member of the Ladies and Gentlemen's Club. And ladies and gentlemen, watch out because Mr. Tom is in the house. So I need my moderators to ensure that Mr. Tom behaves today, all right? Jamie T is in the house. Jamie T, my brother from another mother. How are you doing, my friend? Man, it's really good to see you. Really, really. Ladies and gentlemen, when I get excited to see someone here, it's not because I'm not excited to see you all, right? It's because I haven't seen Jamie T in a long time. So I'm really happy that Jamie T joined in today. I really hope you're doing well, you and your wife. In case any of you have not seen my last payday prep, which was 2 or 3 days ago, very small payday prep, where I hit pay dirt and was able to purchase 6 of these, all right, well, actually 2 in one trip and 4 in another trip. I'm giving one of these away to one of the persons that leaves a comment under the video of that payday prep. So if you haven't seen it, go over there, take a look at it, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment and you'll be entered to win. I will be telling you all who the winner is on this Sunday's live stream. I'll just go ahead and have it randomly picked. And let me go ahead and fill you in on a secret. I'm actually giving 2 away, but 1, I'm going to go ahead and exercise my executive option and pick the person that's going to get it. And I've already picked that person, all right? So there's going to be 2 of those being mailed out by me next week. Yarn Prepper asks, how long does Keystone meats last after the best buy date? Same answer. I'm giving you the exact same answer that the USDA would give you, is they'll last indefinite. Now, when I say that they'll last indefinite, ladies and gentlemen, as long as the can hasn't been compromised, and, you know, as long as the seal in the can hasn't been broken, as long as there's no puffiness in the can and it's bulging out, what that means is that the food will maintain its caloric value. Right, so the calories will be there. However, the longer past the best buy date, the more years that pass past the best buy date, the less and less that you'll have in the form of nutrients. However, during times of crises where food is not available and people are starving, calories are king. All right. It will keep you alive. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, guess what we're going to talk about today? No, ladies and gentlemen, not silver. Listen, let's go ahead and let me cover that a little bit real quick. I think I'm going to go ahead and knock it back on the silver videos. Okay. Because I don't want anyone out there to think that silver is priority, silver or gold, that it's priority over preparedness. Preparedness, as far as getting your 3 to 5 Bs of prepping accomplished, to me is by far more important than silver or gold or preserving wealth, right? Because when you're stacking silver or gold, you are preserving wealth, but you're not preserving life, all right? What you need to do is make sure that before you put some of your wealth into precious metals. And now remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own homework. This guy is not very smart, okay? I'm just telling you what I think. Before you preserve any wealth in silver or gold or any other precious metals, ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand that you have to have those things that will keep you alive on hand first. Why would you want to put away, all of your wealth in precious metals and not have any food put away, not have any water or a way to get water that's potable, not have any medical supplies that you may need, be it prescription or over the counter, not have a way to protect those things, i.e. self-defense, right? Why would you want to do that? You wouldn't. And I've never been an advocate of that. Why would you want to preserve wealth in something that's not going to allow you to get to the other side of the crisis? Okay, so I hope that when I talk about silver and gold and how I hate dollar bills because they just lose value, whereas silver and gold maintain your purchasing power, when I talk about that, I'm not prioritizing that. I'm not prioritizing this, ladies and gentlemen, over staying alive, over having the things that you need in order to live. This, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, all right, in my opinion, is two things. This is used for two things, or I use this for two things. I use this to preserve my purchasing power, okay? And I use this to have as something that I can go to in case of an emergency, all right? So, for example, about 4 years ago, I believe, I had to cash in some of my gold because I had to get some dental work done that was pretty expensive. It was like $4,500 that I had to come out of pocket after my insurance paid for it. Well, during that time, I was still in a pretty good amount of debt because I had just finished building my house. So what did I do? I went to my backyard. I dug the 20-foot hole that I had my little jar of gold in. I got my GPS out and I went and dug out the jar of gold that I had back there. And I grabbed a couple ounces of gold. Actually, it was like 3 ounces of gold that I grabbed. And I brought it to the coin shop and I sold it. And then I was only about $1,000 short after I sold that so that I can pay for my dental bill. Well, that is a good reason to have savings put away. And I rather save my money. I rather save, have a savings account with this than to leave it in the bank. And it just happens to be that when I cashed that gold in, it was actually nominally valued about $250 more per ounce than what it was when I purchased it. So it did exactly what it was supposed to do. It maintained my purchasing power, and it acted as a very good vehicle for saving my wealth, for having a savings account, right, in money. So I hope that you all understand that. When I am very passionate about silver because I believe that silver is the dollar's kryptonite. And the dollar, ladies and gentlemen, is our problem. I believe that in the days that we live in right now, the dollar is humanity's problem. Not necessarily the dollar, but what is done with it and who, abuses it to get their way and enforce that and impose their will upon us, the ones that actually have to use it, that don't have a choice. Let's see here. Be Ready Today. Hey, thank you very much, Be Ready Today, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Let's see. Life Prepared says that Life Prepared, she picked up a cashier job and finding a couple of junk silver. Oh, you picked up a cashier job and you found some junk silver. That is awesome. That's a nice sound, isn't it? Isn't that a nice sound? Here, I'll show you something that I did with my Patreons the other day. One of the ways that you can tell that a silver coin is actually silver is by its sound. And I'm not sure if it'll come through very well, but you'll hear whenever you clink two silver coins together, when you're suspending it like this, it'll have a sound that has a clean sine wave, all right? Instead of when you click two coins together that are like steel or iron or aluminum, it'll have a sound with a dirty sine wave, meaning that the sound doesn't go nice and smooth. But listen to this. I don't know if you heard that or not, but the sound fades away. Instead of being a hard hit, it has a soft sound that fades away. Tucker Hersey, you cannot eat PMs, but you can trade PMs to the farmer for food. Very true, Tucker. Very true. But guess what? What I say is this. I'd rather not have to trade my PMs for food. I'd rather have the food already. But, it's an individual or a personal decision that you have to make with precious metals. I think I've seen John over here. How you doing, John? John from Prepper Nation? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for joining in. My moderators, can you please put up this YouTube channel? Arkansas Living. Last night, after I finished my live stream with my Patreons and club members, I saw that Arkansas Living was on live. So I'm like, oh, let me pop in and say hi. So I popped in and say hello, and Arkansas Living, he said, hey, brother, can you think he could come on? So I say, yeah, why not? So I went on to his live stream, and I had a really good time. I stayed on for about 20, 30 minutes or so. Had a great time. So if the moderators could please put up Arkansas Living's channel. The reason I ask you to do this is because when I saw him, he was like at 900 subscribers. Man, it would be really awesome if we can get him 100 subscribers and push him over 1,000 from the community members that are here right now. Is Arkansas Living in the house? Let me check this out. Where's Arkansas Living at? Yeah, he is. How you doing, brother? I was just telling everyone earlier today that I had a great time during your live stream yesterday. Thank you for joining in. JT says she wants to hear Arkansas Living sing. Now, if you all have not checked out the parody that Homestead Hawes did on Arkansas Living, you need to go check that out.
Hey, I'm just on this, start a bit of a live chat. Hey, we'll feel my bodies. I'm just supposed to be a test run, but we've been going for like 6 hours or more. So I'm just on here talking to Mad Chat. Mad Chat, man, that knife move. I gotta get me one of them rubber knives, man. Good training tool. And this old native and gray man prepping and dangerous there. We talked there for a while. And so yeah, good to get on here and talk to my buddies. But what's that native? Yeah, well, that house is where my house is. It's on 50 acres. I like to hunt. My favorite thing to hunt, squirrel. I like hunting squirrel. I'm down south of Arkansas, down south of Arkansas. What's going on with this truck of mine? Someone's put the steering wheel on the wrong side. So I just have to cut this live thing up, man. This was just a trial run, but it's going over 6 hours now. So y'all come back now real soon.
Arkansas Living's up to 992. I'm trying, man. I'm trying, Arkansas. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Arkansas Living is at 999 subscribers right now. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, there goes the monetization for the video. All right, let's see. Arkansas Living is at 1,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. Well, there you go, brother. Congratulations, man. You're at 1,000. Now start cranking out those videos. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what. If you ever have a day where you have about 7 hours to spare, join in on one of Arkansas Living's live streams, because that's about how long they are. Hey, look at that. It's Survival Preparedness for Beginners. Well, look at that. Now that he's got a big following in his channel, I rarely ever see him. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you, man. Really good to see you. I hope that you're doing well. Tip Top Girl asks, how do we join the Ladies and Gentlemen's Club? Well, Tip Top Girl is very easy. If you're on a computer, just click on the join button and follow the instructions. If you're on a personal device like a phone or a tablet, go to the description of the video, under the description of the video, and you'll see a link that you can click on to join the Ladies and Gentlemen's Club. As far as having more seeds than what you really need, this is why I think it's a good idea. First of all, more is better, right? You can use them to barter, okay? However, let's say you only have 2 seasons worth of seeds, right? And you plant your garden, and it's the middle of summer, and everything is going great. Everything is going great. Your vegetables, everything you planted is doing really good. And then you have a hurricane that wipes everything out. Or you have a flood that wipes everything out. Or rabbits or deer or mice, field mice come and just devour your garden. Well, guess what? You have more seeds that you can plant. Okay? So, it's always a good idea to have a backup for that. Debbie asks, did I give away the flashlight? No, the giveaway for this flashlight right here, and for those of you that that didn't come in till later, this Sunday, we're going to be giving away one of these flashlights, Goal Zero Torch 250. All right, I'm going to be mailing it to you from here in Alaska. So if you go and take a look at the last payday prep video that I did, go take a look at that if you haven't. Give it a thumbs up. Watch the video, because the instructions are within the video on how to enter to win. And when I'm going to be announcing the winner and all that, and you'll be entered to win that flashlight. So it'll be given away on Sunday's live stream. Mr. Tom says, I was putting my dinner salad together and thought I heard Rudy trashing me. Come on, Mr. Tom. It's just a little bit of trolling. Oh, look at that. Arkansas Living is still going up. All right, I've done my job here. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Hey, thank you very much for your support, and thank you for those of you that went and checked out Arkansas Living. And by all means, do check out his channel. Don't just subscribe and never go. Go check out his channel. I think you'll have a lot of fun there, and I think you'll enjoy his live streams. All right, so I hope that you all have a great evening and a great rest of your week. Remember that this Sunday, we're going to be doing a live stream at the regular time that we always do it. So hope to see you then. Other than that, remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Alaska Prepper. God bless you guys. Have a good night. I'm out.